What's shaking bacon? Hello, beautiful internet people. Today on this Unserious AI 3-minute topic, we're going to cover the basics of speech recognition for beginners and boss-like creatures, aka BLCs. Speech to text or speech recognition is pretty much ubiquitous these days. It is incredibly unlikely that anyone watching this video hasn't used some form of speech to text in their life. In fact, if you're using auto captioning right now, speech to text is doing its job. What many may not realize is that speech to text is a commoditized machine learning model that's worked its way into nearly every facet of our life. What's really cool about that though is it's available in open source, it's available in lots of apps that we can play with. There's some really cool things that we can start to do with this. What you probably do know, if you've ever found yourself maybe screaming at your Alexa, is that speech recognition is imperfect. And we'll talk a little bit about why that might be. So you might ask, how's this done to set me up for a perfect transition? Glad you asked. Most modern speech recognition is going to involve at least two models. There's going to be one model that's for the auditory portion of it. There's going to be another model that's for linguistic conversions of it. The first model is an acoustic model. This model takes the actual sounds, the waveforms, and breaks them into utterance group, small chunk, syllable sort of thing, like bat. Bat will make up things like battle or batter, but not bathroom, even though the spellings, when we see them, are very similar. The other model in play would be the linguistic model. Applies context and grammar to increase accuracy. This becomes very important because there are many words that sound the same, and the way and position that they sit into the sentence can increase the likelihood that it's one word over the other. Take the example sentence of, "That's a bad green t-shirt." Did I say bat or bad? And did I mean green as the color or green tea as in the drink? Now, a linguistical model would use the probability that I'm probably talking about a color and an article of clothing and not about actual like drinking tea and a shirt. So how simple can this be? Well, if you just want to record yourself right now and see that converted into text, you can do that on most computers. It's baked right into things like Microsoft Word, but there are also really cool apps that can take that a step further and add things like speaker identification and timestamps. One that I like to use myself is Otter AI. But if you have a wild idea and want to play with a little bit of code and have a little bit more fun hands-on, I recommend just using the Python library, speech recognition. What's really handy about this particular Python library, or possibly going directly to the source or trying to build your own, is it has multiple modules built in. There's local modes that you can run without an internet connection, as well as modes that call the Google API that doesn't require an API key. It's free to use and you can get started today. Assuming you've already captured an audio file into a WAV or an MP4 or something, it's as simple as calling a couple of functions. Here's an example of what that code might look like. And as we wrap up today, what I want you to do is leave a comment below with your favorite fail. Did you ask Siri to call your mom and it called your ex-girlfriend? Did you ask Siri to remind you to go to the gym and she ordered gin online? Leave a comment below. Thank you for spending a little bit of unserious time with us and learning one or two, maybe small things. If you've made it this far, I have a secret message for you. No, actually I don't. Just watch another video.